Hello,
Hello.
and welcome to a Finish Big.
Yeah.
We are listening our way through the whole back catalogue of Big Finish,
What do you make
including
that sound disgusting? The whole back
including
catalogue.
Earth Search,
Yes, Earth Search,
Doctor Who, obviously,
Survivors, everything.
2000 AD.
Never before has us going through the back catalogue of Big Finish been more relevant than the last story we're talking about today, all right? The dusty corners on Big Finish.
All right, okay.
I'm sorry.
You always jump ahead.
Sorry.
You literally go like straight into something. Anyway, today we have a guest with us to dissect some of the main range. So welcome, Mikey Smith.
Hello, thank you very much. Thank you very much, lads.
Oh, Mikey, may I say, we met you in person recently at the Hooverville convention. I just have to say to everybody, right, you can see him on the screen right now and see how deliciously handsome he is. In real life, okay, it's times 10. I just wanted to say that.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Tell me wife, because I think she's gone off me.
Well,
yes.
yeah, we're always happy to have a third. Come and join us.
I don't think there's room in your place with all those big finishes.
Oh, it'd be a squeeze, but it could be worse.
You'd have to lose a couple of box sets to squeeze me into the bed.
Oh, no, Mark's out then, I'm afraid. He wouldn't lose one box set. Honestly, Mark, just keep coming every week.
Yeah.
There's plastic on the mat.
What's on its way? Sea Smoke and Other Stories.
So the postman, does he kind of, when he hands it over, does he kind of go, does he raise his eyes at you like, oh, some more shit?
I'm not sure.
Twice a week.
Yeah, he doesn't always. He's not always there.
He must think it's weird though, because he must know that they're CDs, and he must be thinking, who buys CDs?
Yeah.
He must have a theory about you two, and not the obvious one.
He probably thinks we've got eBay business or something like that,
But he must think, why do they keep ordering all these CDs?
He probably thinks it's porn.
Well, what about the people in the Big Finish warehouse? Oh, it's him again. It's
like,
are you download only there, Mikey?
You are?
Are you download only when you buy?
Yeah, download only, and also Spotify. And then if someone sends me a link to an illegally obtained copy, I obviously delete the link and wouldn't even.
Of course, me too.
Yeah, because you wouldn't steal a car.
No.
So you wouldn't do Nick Briggs out of his rifle, would you?
Could you imagine the Big Finish? You remember that was a trailer, wasn't it, on the old Blues?
You wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't mug a granny, so why would you get a pirated copy of Little Britain? That was the...
You wouldn't outdo Maureen O'Brien from A New Kitchen.
Yes, or prevent Sophie Aldred paying her electricity bill.
Absolutely, because it's expensive, isn't it?
It is this time of year. Absolutely. Oh, we're so far off it already.
Anyway, shall I tell everyone what we're here to talk about?
If you must.
Yes, please.
Yes. So we're going back to the Doctor Who main range.
Yeah. Don't you love it, Mikey? Early main range.
Oh, I do. Am I allowed to?
Go on.
Yes, yeah.
This is the thing: is that first of all, like I love listening to this podcast because it's still covering the era that I'm excited about, and like my first ever Big Finish was The Spectre of Lanyon Moor. There you go. That's the first one, and I got that signed by the Brig. He was at not 10th Planet, the Who shop, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember I can see him now sat behind his table, probably sipping from a hip flask, on the QT. And he signed it. I haven't got it anymore, unfortunately. But like that Spectre of Lanyon Moor CD, because it's got the guy at the Leica Lads on it, and I must have listened to that dozens and dozens of times. And
hang on, I need proof of that. Can you do an impression of Sancreda, please?
Steer out. Hang on, what does he say? Give me something he says.
Scriffan.
Oh yeah, Scriffan. What have you done? Oh no, that's sorry. That's more like Dolph Lundgren from Rocky.
But fuck off, Toby Longworth. If you want to recast Sancreda, Mikey Smith is available.
But I love that. And Colin's first run with Evelyn Smythe, you can re-listen to that because it's just amazing. The initial run with Paul McGann, Dark Thingy, that's good, isn't it? Dark Eyes with the with his Irish companion.
Ali O'Brien.
Was that
O'Brien,
name?
O'Sullivan.
Always going on about his tardy box.
Yes, yeah.
The Dutch.
That was amazing. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't then get shit because there's loads of other good stuff as well. But like, you never forget your first, do you?
It's a bit more hit and miss, though. Let's be honest these days.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't purchase something now without having a lot of information about it.
Would you purchase on a finished big recommendation?
Yeah.
Oh, you madman!
Yeah. So you've got to know, haven't you? I've really been liking the new Rose and Eccleston just because it just feels it's just something to look forward to, isn't it? You know.
And they're like one every other month as well. It's like the main rain when there was only one or two a month, spaced out enough. You know, you've got enough time to listen to them a couple of times before the next one comes out.
Yeah,
enjoy it a bit more.
So, do you guys? I get that impression from you that you re-listen to stuff a lot, and I probably don't anymore. And also, I get the impression that you listen together.
Yeah, well, bed usually, you know.
I'm not sure sometimes whether you just because there was one recently where he said, "Oh, we've listened to this, sat together on a beach with a sausage sandwich."
That's right.
And I thought to myself, are they just creating this beautiful thing? That actually, you know, it's like Big
That
Finish.
was the new Colin, Mikey.
You know.
We actually put aside a day for the new Colin box set, made a picnic, and went to the beach. Yeah.
See, that's gorgeous. So, what have you got? Have you got them little headphones that we used to have on the buzz at school, where you can?
Oh, we listen independently.
Well, yeah, we both have it on our phones. We're like, press play now.
Oh
we did have the splitter thing, but it was a bit difficult.
Yeah,
to, like, if someone wanted to move, you're like...
which it was on the buzz as well. If you were trying to do it on the buzz with your Walkman, it was like, oh, for God's sakes, Tony.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Mikey, the perpetual battle in this house is what is going on when we go to bed. So is it going to be a BBV? Will it be a Big Finish? You know, will it be a Target reading?
But you've got to find something that you're happy to fall asleep to in that respect. Is that right?
Yeah, it's got to be relaxed. So nothing with Daleks.
A nice voice.
No Daleks. Yeah.
I find Jeffrey Beavers is quite nice. Jeffrey Beavers, Maureen O'Brien, you know, Peter Purvis.
Yeah, you also don't want something too exciting.
No.
Too many twists and turns, yeah.
Enemy of the Daleks is out.
No, more like a companion chronicle or a reading or something like that. Yeah.
Mark's favourite is, you know, when he's poorly, his all-time favourite is what's that one with the donuts?
Oh, The Beautiful
People by Jonathan Morris. You know the companion chronicle?
Lala Ward.
Oh, I've not heard that one. Is that a nice one?
Yeah.
It's a massive sort of a comedy rip on the fat loss industry before Partners in Crime.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's 4 episodes and they're about 10 minutes each. It's probably like the shortest companion chronicle, but they're just really...
So that was before the adipose, so that's RTD up to his old tricks again.
Stealing from the best. Yeah. Stealing from Jonathan Morris. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of that. Because, you know, we all three of us listen to a lot of podcasts and different people join the dots. And the amount of times where someone goes, oh, yeah, in this book, oh, shit, that's the plot to that Stephen Moffat finale. And you're like, oh, God, yeah.
I mean, please check out the Hamster Book Club for more of this sort of thing. I'm making a list as I go through those books. But anyway, sorry, I totally derailed us.
That's okay. To take it full circle, I sometimes put you guys on in bed, but I can't listen to a new one in bed. I have to listen to an old one that I've already listened to. And I do the same thing with the DVD commentaries from Doctor Who DVD commentaries, because I've got all them ripped to MP3s, and I will just stick on, you know, my favourites like Toby trying to get blood out of stone with Paddy Russell.
Paddy Russell.
You know?
Do you know, sometimes I ask people, you know, when they come onto these things, just as a joke, tell me, have we ever been in bed together? And we have. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Anyway, talking back to the main range. So we are in that phase of 50 to 100. The twilight years of Gary Russell, I call it.
The Twilight
difficult second album.
Yeah. So we've got sort of past the classics, and when the stories they're still pretty good. Some of the running times go like overly long as we go further in. These ones not too bad, but I will tell everybody the 3 that we are talking about today.
Yeah, longer is not always better, you know. Sometimes shorter is better.
Yeah, and they are the Juggernauts.
It was never my intention to become the stuff of nightmares, Doctor.
The Game.
We're going to a war for a holiday.
And Dreamtime.
Ooh la ooh. Sorry, that's my best of going there.
So a very mixed bunch this time. One for each of our main raid
We should
doctors.
have had you on a better bunch of episodes.
Can I be a Finnish big fanboy and ask something I've always wondered? So, you know, when you do the little quotes, Joe, where you do the little impressions of the moments from the shows,
Yeah.
when do you come up with them? And
I sort of write down quotes. I take reams of notes as I go through, and then I go through, highlight the notes of things to talk about, and then find within those notes the quote.
the one that you,
Yeah.
because it, right, okay.
I mean, I had so many I could have chosen.
There is usually one that sums up the whole thing, or that really stands out. For example, Uluru.
Yeah, but wait, what about this
was
one?
the moment for us.
Hell hath no fury like a Melanie Bush scorned. You know, yours is a noble heart, Doctor. You know, there's so many.
It's just weird because I don't know, when I was originally listening, they just sound dead. They almost sound like you're making them up on the spot. Like,
No, they're predetermined.
well, there we go. So
Brett,
for
I
any
ever
other
do.
Finnish big fans wondering, that's now been answered as well.
Right. Well, shall we start with our first one?
Juggernauts, yeah.
The Juggernauts was released in February 2005, starring Colin Baker and Bonnie Langford
Woo!
as the Doctor and Mel, also featuring Terry Malloy as Davros and Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks and the Mechanoids. This was written by Scott Alan Woodard.
Hello, Scott.
I think he's a new writer.
He's a one out, I think.
And directed by Gary Russell.
That's
Yay.
quite popular at the moment at this point, directed by Gary Russell.
He's doing everything, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a one-man band.
Mhm.
It's interesting, you know, because when he comes out of Big Finish, they then split his role into 3 different jobs for 3 different people. That's why he was doing the work of 3 men at this point. No wonder he was exhausted. No wonder Dreamtime slipped through the cracks.
He's a proper enigma. He's on. If you think about it, like, okay. So yesterday, I'm watching the DVDs, the new Blu-rays for Blake 7, and he's hosting the panels on the Blake 7 conventions in the 90s or whatever. He's everywhere, Gary Russell. I was dead chuffed when you got him on your pod, Joe. I was like, oh, Gary Russell. He's just like, he's everywhere.
Well, the trouble is, I think he fancies the pair of us, so he always says yes to me, you know.
Oh, okay.
We went to the convention. He came running up to me, didn't he? Away from his signing table and threw his arms around the pair of us. We're basically having a threesome in the corridor in front of everybody.
Did you know though, like how I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, but like you guys will. But you know how he was in some quite big shows when he was a kid, in his teens.
Famous 5.
Yeah, Famous 5. I think he was also in. I mean, I could be wrong. I think he was also in Dark Towers as well, which was a look and read thing, very much in the mold of like Famous 5. But he was kind of doing those kind of sort of hoity teenage boys kind of. That was his thing.
He's absolutely spot on, Mikey, because he turns up in all of these. He does the odd line. You know, whenever they can't afford an actor, so Gary Russell just puts on an accent. I mean, we did one the other day, didn't we, with Dylan, and he put on this terrible Indian accent. I was like, oh, Gary, don't do that. It's clear for you.
But he does it better than Nick Briggs, because when Nick Briggs turns up and does it, you can tell it's him. But Gary Russell can...
Oh, yeah, you can always tell it's Briggsy. He's a computer in this, isn't he? He's a computer in the Juggernauts.
And the Daleks and the Mechanoids.
Yeah, you name it. Yeah. Anyway, the Juggernauts.
Oh, yeah.
A lovely return of the Sixth Doctor and Mel. Because what have we done so far? The One Doctor.
Yes.
I think that's it, isn't it? I don't think we've had, because he's been with Evelyn all the rest of the time. So
no, she's done Bang Boom, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been with McCoy.
Yeah.
Really great to hear this pair together.
And in a serious story as well. Like, we love the One Doctor, but it is nice to see them doing something a bit juicier.
Yeah, I don't think you guys look forward, do you? But there's one that is very good. You know, the one where it's Colin and Bonnie, and it's like it's like across 3 different time zones.
That's your favourite.
Not the wrong Doctor.
The wrong Doctor. The wrong Doctor.
Oh, that one.
The wrong Doctor, yeah.
That's bloody brilliant. That had me great. That made me miss a station on a train, which I think is a good sign.
You don't remember the song, Mikey? Peas pottage hot, peas pottage cold.
Absolutely brilliant. When Big Finish is good, it's just brilliant, isn't it?
And this is, may I say, I think the Juggernauts is a bit of a banger. And a little bit underrepresented, actually.
You don't hear people talk about it very much, and the style of it is very much like Davros, what we've had before. I think Davros, Revelation of the Daleks, and this sort of form a little bit of a trilogy for the Sixth Doctor. And
Yeah, this is Davros lurking in laboratories and offices with people coming to talk to him, like in Davros, whatever. It's that kind of thing.
And Revelation, he just wants to be like a normal scientist on a colony, hanging out with people.
Yeah.
He just tries every single time, and it just never works out for him.
He's a bit of a Thatcherite, isn't he? He's like a bit of an 80s businessman. He's building up these mechanoids, and he wants to send them off terraforming the universe. You know, he's not hurting anybody. He's only ripping people apart to make the mechanoids, you know?
And he sounds dead nice when he's the professor guy. He
He's
seems like a
great,
right nice
isn't he?
chap. I hadn't. So I knew I'd listened to the Juggernauts because I sort of found it on my hard drive. I was like, right, I have listened to this, and I remember liking it. But then when I started to listen to it, and he was that nice chap, it actually got me for a while. I forgot it was actually him. I wonder if other people. What do you reckon? Do you reckon other people fell for that, or
It's a great turn. It's very convincing.
Melanie Bush.
Well, yeah.
I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, but I thought that was really cool. Like, that was really nice. It was a good, a good little thing, because we did, we didn't start off in full Davros.
It's a good conceit, though, isn't it? That
yeah, it's great.
The opening, which is we just jump straight in with this very arresting opening where they're on this spaceship and they have to get away, and Mel goes off in a shuttle pod on her own, and so it's like, what the hell does Melanie Bush do when she's stuck in one time zone away from the Doctor for 3 months? And the answer is, to nobody's surprise, is she's very competent. She finds herself a bloody good job, and she has a bit of a romance with a man called Jeff.
She does. It's very new. I thought it was very new series, the way it started, how they split the Doctor off in different. That was very new series, like kind of like series 4, new series, kind of 3, 4. And I don't know when was this? When did this come out, Mark?
2005.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah,
Just on the cusp
before, so it would have been recorded before.
Russell T Davies looking at Alan Woodard's script and going, "We'll have a bit of that."
But it's great because in my mind, they look like Terror of the Vervoid, Sixth Doctor and Mel, but to have them in this completely different situation of her actually being a computer programmer, getting on with it. Big Finish does so much with Mel and Bonnie Langford. I absolutely love them.
Do you know what I think the big difference is? I think she's written as an adult in these.
Well, she is.
In the TV series, she was very often written a bit like a precocious child, you know?
But also, there's something very Mel that is very unique to Mel and Bonnie Langford, because like she's given these lines and it's only Bonnie Langford can perform them. Like in Terror of the Vervoids, I always go back to whenever she says to the Doctor, "Why are you in such a brown study?" She's given this vocabulary that no one ever talks in at all. And same in this, he says something to her and she's like, "I'll just take a moment while I digest that information." She talks like that, but it's very unique, and I'm not complaining about it, but it's just very Melanie Bush, and only Bonnie Langford can speak like that and act like that.
It's the language of all gingers, so antediluvian.
Yeah, it's that bit of Jane Baker stuff that she's always stuck with on TV, and it's different in Big Finish, but it's still a certain kind of vocabulary.
I like it when she's in, when she's in that gym with I nearly said Thora Heard. It's not Thora Heard.
There is a big difference between
Thora
and Honor Blackman, all right?
Not in the gym.
I didn't see Thora Heard in the Avengers in a leather suit.
I just going up in a stair lift. Yeah. So when she's in the gym with it's gone again. The
Honor Blackman.
Honor Blackman. Yeah, that's just really cool. It's just she's nice to hang out with, Mel, isn't she? I was never one of these that thought that Mel was shit. I never had that.
No, me.
In my mind, really. No.
Well, and I don't mean this in a non-rude way for once. She's always up for it. It's so refreshing in the 80s to have a companion who's going, "Come on, Doctor, let's go."
I think that's the isn't it? She's not complaining. She's not moaning about stuff.
But it is toned down here a bit, which is
yeah.
nice. And Bonnie has done a lot of acting in her life, and so she's more than capable of taking hold of a script where she has a gentle romance, and it's very gentle. There's a lovely little bit where she gives this fella Jeff a kiss, and he tries to make a moment of it. She goes, no, it's just a kiss. Don't make a big deal out of it. And it isn't a big overblown Mel moment. It's really sweet. But then, of course, by the end of the story, it becomes a sort of the Doctor versus Mel. Mel thinks that Davros is a nice guy because she's been working with him for all this time.
In a classic Adric move.
But sort of unknowingly, Adric usually knows, right?
But Adric's sort of going on about is it Mesto? Oh my god, I'm all over the shop.
Monarch Doomsday.
Monarch, yeah. When he's like, oh, Monarch's just trying to, kind of.
Oh, talk to Doomsday. Good grief. We'll get to Adric. You know the way he does his voice these days. Hello, my name is
Doctor.
sort of sings. But by the end of the story, obviously she realizes the horror of everything that Davros is doing, and then she's the one, isn't she, that throws the switch and takes him out at the end. And she goes, "Oh, Doctor, I'm no worse than Davros." Which is back to the old Mel again.
Oh, but it's nice that she's got this little love story. I like that because it's funny because again that TV Doctor and Mel are the most unsexy Doctor and companion ever been,
especially
ever.
when they're on those ropes in that theatre. Oh my god,
sexy! What do you mean?
Out of all of that, just that pairing, the most unsexy Doctor and companion ever.
Oh no, I agree with that. Yeah. But yeah, trussed up in that harness.
We'll see if you're still saying the same thing when we get to Sarah Sutton in the second one, all right? I think you'll be singing a different tune then.
Sarah Sutton's got her qualities.
Yeah, I'm sure. What do you guys think of the Mechanoids? But you love the Mechanoids.
Oh my god, I love the Mechanoids.
Oh yeah.
And I'm surprised they haven't been used as much. I thought hopefully, this should have opened the floodgates to Mechanoids spin-offs and everything, but
two of them. They can only say 0 stop.
I could listen to a Mechanoid all day.
Yeah, it's a good voice, isn't it?
Yeah, I would never tire of that.
We mock Nick Briggs, but it's spot on, the voice in this.
Oh yeah,
it is the chase through and through.
But I'm glad that it wasn't Davros that invented them. He just found them. I wouldn't have liked that change in the story. It wouldn't have made sense to me. So
yeah, I got the impression he'd found them kind of like dismantled or not or whatever. And then he's ended up putting the human parts into them stuff, which begs the question. So I was thinking this. So in the chase, the Mechanoids that are in that is that the future of what we're seeing in the Juggernauts, and so the Mechanoids in the chase potentially have human body parts in them. Is that?
I think it could be.
I thought it might have been after because does it explain? Because they find bits of them, don't they? I thought it was after that because it's bits of them after. Maybe. I don't know.
It's not specifically said, which is very unusual for Big Finish. Can you imagine the people on Gallifrey Base? They'd be saying exactly what you're saying right now.
Well, the Daleks have got the Dalek mutants in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, the question is, what's inside
what is inside a Mechanoid?
A Mechanoid in the chase, yeah.
Yeah.
Who is inside a Mechanoid? I mean, I love that ghoulish idea of ripping people apart. It's a bit like what Stephen Moffat does in The Girl in the Fireplace, isn't it? That spaceship made out of organs and things.
Yeah. It's not that far off the Cybermen in a way, though, as well.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I love the fact that it's deferred pleasures in this as well, because you were saying while we were listening, like, this is great, but when are the Mechanoids going to be on the move? And you wait until the end of episode 3, and then it's Daleks versus Mechanoids, which, let's face it, that's what we're here for. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
That's what you want. The music of it as well, because I was reminded of this when we were talking about Bonnie, because Bonnie plays it all quite naturalistic. And the music is quite like a sort of drama. It's not sci-fi, the music, when all those scenes are taking place. It's kind of like a drama, like a light drama. I think I would definitely listen to this again. It's a pleasure.
Steve Foxton's music, by the way, he's got a SoundCloud account with his music on it, and this is a great score just to listen to on its own. I occasionally will listen to Big Finish scores wherever they're available, and yeah, this electronic score for this one was really fabulous. I want to say as well, I love all of the sort of politics in episode 2 and 3, where Davros is trying to sort of work his way around these other businessmen that are coming in, and he does a wonderful moment where he wants somebody to be in charge of his rivals, so he murders all of their bosses. And he says, "Well, you're the only one left now, so you're going to be in charge, and you're going to be my puppet." I love his tactics.
Yeah. And Terry McCoy loves that. He's just the perfect Davros. And he's a great radio actor as well. So it fits for him.
Why does Terry Malloy never do his voice at conventions? I've seen him at various, because you know they do that nice convention at Aldbourne, right? Terry Malloy's there most times. If I was Terry Malloy, if someone came up to me and said, "Oh, I thought you were great as Davros," I'd be going, "Nice to meet you." You know, like, I'd be
you're not playing Davros. I wouldn't understand a bloody word.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, because like John Leeson is K9 all the time, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's surprising. If I was Davros, I'd be knocking it out all over town, you know.
I can tell you for a fact, John Leeson will bark for a drink at a convention, because he did to me.
Okay.
What, he goes, drink, like that sort of thing.
No, he went, "Thank you, master." I put him a drink.
Yeah, I've not seen Terry Malloy do the voice. I've seen him try and give a packet of crisps to a Dalek. That was his entertainment at a convention once.
Right.
Do you not think he looks a bit like Wurzel Gummidge these days? He's got that sort of hat and straw hair that he goes around with.
Well, he's got that kind. He looks like somebody who maybe travels around Europe in a camper van.
He probably is.
Can I have another go at the Davros voice? I feel like I was ill prepared.
Yeah,
go for it.
Okay, give me a thing to say.
Say, "This is not the end. This is only the beginning."
Okay. Is that a Terry Malloy line?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. This is. Oh, God, I think I can do this.
You sound like Zippy.
You sound like a crawl.
I could do Zippy. Hang on, right. Well, I can't do it. I thought I could do it.
See,
that's
Terry,
why he doesn't do it at conventions.
Well, you're worth the money, Terry, all right? One last thing I want to say about Davros, actually, as a character beat, I did love the fact that he wanted a civil war between war between the Mechanoids and the Daleks. Like, he's just had enough of them now, these errant children that keep using him. And so he wants to wipe them clean. And then at the end, when he thinks he's going to die, he literally says, "At last I will have peace." So there was little character bits in there for Davros as well. I think between Davros, the Juggernauts, and Davros coming up, they really do some good character work with Davros.
You never know whether he's being real or not. You know, when he says that line, I remember that line when he says, "At last I'll have peace." I was thinking, "Oh, what's he up to here? Is that to sort of distract someone?" See, that's what's good about Davros. You never know whether he's being real or not. Like, that's a good trait in a character.
The second the camera went off, Mikey, he went, "Right, is the escape pod ready? Right, let's go."
Yeah. Is the escape? Oh, hang on, I can't do it. No,
that's more like George. Oh, yes.
Is the escape pod ready?
You could do the whole rainbow cast as Davros. Can you do both?
Oh, in the end, you are just another Time Lord.
No, you just sound like Marcus Smith having a stroke now.
Look, guys, give me one more chance. No, I'm joking.
Oh, big finish. No, we're not sending his CV. Don't worry. I thought this was great, though. It held my attention throughout. It was a good production. I thought the script was great. It's a shame we don't see more from Scott Alan Woodward.
Well, we do see a little bit more of Scott Alan Woodward.
Do we?
We do see him.
Oh, it's not Woodward.
Sorry. Woodard.
You are. Woodward, indeed.
Woodward. He writes Absolution for the Eighth Doctor.
Oh, he writes out Careers.
He writes out Careers, and he writes an Davros apparently as well.
Oh.
I quite liked Absolution, actually. That was the one where Careers dies. Sorry, spoiler, everybody. It was years ago. Get over it. And Charlie's furious at the end, and that's when she says to the Eighth Doctor, "I'm off. You're not letting me have Comrade Westmaster around anymore. I'm off."
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one where she goes off and knocks on Colin's door?
That's the very next one after that.
That's bloody.
Yeah.
No. Can we just? I got a goosebump then, reminding myself of this. What a moment!
That was amazing. And the Condemned, that first Sixth Doctor one with is one of my favourites.
Oh,
Yeah.
back, Mikey, and we'll do
That was
some of those
fun.
Charlie ones with Colin, shall we?
That was amazing.
Oh, it's just that whole run is really good. But that moment where she knocks on the TARDIS and it's the wrong Doctor, I'm just like, them are the moments in Big Finish where you think, right, okay, it's been worth it. Sitting through those 20 shit McCoys has been worth it. For this, yeah.
And back then as well, it was unusual to mix Doctors and Companions. Like, if it wouldn't have the same effect now. Now it'll be like, well, you did that last month. But that was a big thing. Yeah.
I know what you mean about those moments. Like, there are, and we've all got different moments, right? Because things affect us and move us in different ways. For me, mine's like, you remember when Lucy Miller's on the beach in Death in Blackpool and breaks down? And it's just so moving. And I'm like, do you know what? It was worth that dismal season before just to get to this point.
Yeah, and it is worth it. Those moments. I remember listening to Dark Eyes when we first moved to Stoke. I was listening to Dark Eyes, and I remember a particular scene on a beach. It's such a long time ago now, but I remember just like feeling like I was on the beach with them, and it was like really dramatic. I was like, wow, this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. This has got me gripped more than anything I've seen on TV. Like that. So when it's good, it's bloody hell, it's good.
We rip Big Finish a lot right here, but we love it. Obviously, we're doing this fucking podcast. We love it, but Jesus Christ, when it hits, it's just the best thing.
And ever. Especially if you've been listening for a long time and there's a payoff like that that's built up over a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Like Evelyn's death in A Death in the Family.
Spoilers.
Boys, yeah, sorry, that's
remember all that. Yeah. Well, quite a lot of the time, I don't remember. I think you guys have got a better memory of like individual details. It's just
that's why you listen, Mikey, right?
Yeah.
To remind yourself.
Well, I'm also looking forward to you guys getting further into the range, and then that will make me go, oh yeah, that. Like I'm looking forward to that.
We're pretty deep already, but we will be going deeper.
Yeah, but those moments are just they make it all worthwhile.
Can we say then that the Juggernauts is a three-way win for all of us?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Well, you boys are quite pretty. Do you fancy going on the game?
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Let's get on to the game. So, the game was released in February 2005, starring Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton. This also features William Russell as Lord Carlisle. This was written by Darren Henry, another newcomer, I think.
He was a one and out, right?
I think so, yeah. And directed by Gary Russell.
Hey, big GR.
So, big things happening here. We've got William Russell making his Big Finish debut. Poor old. Do you think he turned up thinking he was going to be Ian?
No, he got the
Are you sure?
He got the bloody
Are you sure? Did he meet Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton and was like, oh, this isn't Doctor and Susan. What's going on?
I don't know what you think about this, Mike. I think they're playing with expectations. So they're presenting it as if he's going to be this really impressive figure. And it's William Russell, so he's going to come in as this negotiator, an amazing character. And then the rug pull is this Weasley, useless man who can't negotiate his way out of a paper bag.
Okay, apart from Big Finish, has anyone ever seen or heard William Russell play anything else?
Yes.
A lot.
He was Rita's fella for ages in Corrie.
Yeah.
I just can't see.
And he didn't mention TARDISes then.
Right.
He was beautiful as Lancelot in that.
I just have never seen it. I just can't imagine. I'm used to him old being Ian on Big Finish.
Yeah, of course.
And young being Ian in Doctor Who. I just can't imagine him being a different character.
I thought he was pretty impressive here, though. I thought he gave a good turn.
So at the beginning, I made a point with this one because I hadn't listened to it before. I made a point of not reading anything about it. So I didn't even know he was coming up. It didn't even enter my head. And then I was like, oh, fuck, that's William Russell. But I think they were playing a game because they were going, oh, it's an old friend of the Doctor's and all this sort of stuff to make us think that it was the Doctor. And also you got a couple of lines that seemed like they were there to be a bit ambiguous. Like,
he's my best friend. The Doctor's my best friend.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. Yeah. So there was part of me for quite a while that was expecting a big reveal.
Ian.
I've got to be honest, I was a bit disappointed when I was X number of minutes in, and you can see the timeline going across. There's been no mention that William Russell was that Ian was whisked off in a time storm from Colville School and ended up. I thought, oh no, it's not going to happen. And is that bad? I was disappointed. It wasn't.
Well, maybe it was at the time, around this time, they started to get those older companion actors to play different parts. I think we've got Deborah Watling coming up in another Fifth Doctor story.
And even more obscure, Jenny Linden from Doctor Who and the Daleks, Barbara, is in Unregenerate.
Yeah, so we start to get all of these play, because obviously we haven't got Companion Chronicles, we haven't got any other, those earlier Doctors stories being made, so they're just trying to fight. It's that same thing. It's like the BBVs or whatever, isn't it? Trying to just getting those actors back for the sake of it, for Doctor Who fans, basically. I don't know if they were, if you're going through casting Lord, what's his name again? Why can't I think?
Lord Carlisle.
Carlisle. You're like, oh, William Russell would be perfect for that role. It's not that. It's we'll get William Russell so we can sell some more CDs.
Yeah.
But the last thing I expected William Russell to be was a proto-River Song, which is exactly what he is in this story. Somebody who's meeting the Doctor for the last time, but the Doctor's meeting him for the first time.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
The Doctor is then going to go off and have all of these adventures with him leading up to the game. And at the end of this story, Lord Carlisle dies, just like River does in her first story.
Oh my God, can we get...
It's literally the River Song story.
Why didn't they get William Russell to do the Diary of River Song as River Song? Imagine. Hello, sweetie.
The Diary of Lord Carlisle.
The Diaries of Lord Carlisle.
The Diary of Darcel.
Oh my God, yeah.
There you go, Darcel's Diary.
I think that's the best... I'll be honest, I weren't mad on this one. And the best bit for me was that timey-wimey way it ended. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm on board with that. That's fun. But this was the first one of the three we're looking at, because I listened to this before Dream Warrior, whatever it's the other one, Dreamtime, and we'll come to that.
The Roars of Death, it's called.
This was the one where where scenes go by and you realise you're thinking about what you're going to order off Amazon when you get in.
Oh yeah, frequently.
Well, it's 6 episodes. Unusually, this is the first 6 episodes. Well, 20 minutes,
It comes in at a normal length Big Finish,
but I don't know why they had to make it 6 episodes.
I don't, because the problem is the trope of they're doing a battle which is a symbol for a war has been done before. The duel, in Blake 7 Series 1 is pretty much that, right? It's definitely been done before.
Isn't that series of movies that idea?
Possibly. Oh, Killer.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's where instead of people actually fighting in a war, they symbolise it through battles. In fact, it's done twice in Blake 7. It's done in season 3 as well. So it's
done in Sarah Jane Adventures, The Warriors of Kudlak as well.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like we needed loads and loads of scenes of people explaining it. I didn't feel like we needed the whole thing of the Doctor suddenly going, oh, I'm going to fight in the battles. It was like, why?
The whole of episode 2 is effectively the Doctor fighting a war.
Actually, we got to episode 3 and nothing much had happened. The plot hadn't progressed. And then Nyssa goes off on her own down a dark alley or something and meets a monster for the sake of it.
Yeah. And then she does that thing that they do with Nyssa a bit too much, where they just make her be the Nyssa from what's her last one called, where she's like
Terminus.
On Terminus, so she's helping people who've got medical problems, right? That doesn't mean that every single time Nyssa meets someone, she should be like, oh shit, you look like you've got a nosebleed, let me help.
Well, that's the thing. She's just going to leave him. Here, she's like, going to leave him. I want to be William Russell's PA. I'm going to leave now. I was like, of all the things, she's been through so much, and she just meets William Russell.
It was done. Do you remember in Spare Parts when she met that lovely girl? What was her name? The one who got...
Oh, yeah.
And she said, she's not leaving the Doctor, but she goes, no, I've met these people. I care about them. I'm going to go and help them. Whether you stay or not, that's up to you. That was way more effective than her going, I'm sorry, Doctor, but I'm going to be his secretary, and you can't stop me.
Like, she's been there for like 5 minutes. She hadn't even...
But it's the same. It's classic Terminus move. It's like, why would she keep? Surely it devalues Terminus if if everyone she meets, she wants
she's done
to
it
go
every
and be a
time.
nurse.
Yeah.
Well, you could make a joke out of it in a comedy story. Are you leaving again, Nissa? Come on
And
now.
on audio, I bet she was ripping her skirt off every episode. We just didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
We had no idea.
Mikey was not complaining.
That's why William Russell wanted her around.
Hey, you're absolutely right. I like a Sarah Sutton. You know, my friends within the Doctor Who community know that. I do appreciate a Sarah Sutton.
But I do as well. Like, she is given a lot of chances to sort of, you know, be morally upright. It's a bit like she is in Arc of Infinity, you know. Time Lord, so much for your justice, and she's doing a lot of this in this story, you know. This barbaric war and save the Doctor and all this. But she's not like there's an almost romance for her where this fella Ollis really one of the fires really fancies her and wants her to stay with him at the end. But it's nowhere near as effective as what they do with Mel in the first one.
Well, he's supposed to be like one of the gladiators in it or something. So it's like a going off with Wolf from the Gladiators. Or actually, no, he's more like Hunter from the Gladiators. That's what this guy is.
And did you notice as well at the end, right? It just becomes a load of scenes about people being in debt and genetic manipulation. I was like, what are they talking about? No idea.
I was a bit bored by the end of this. I was interested in the Lord Carlisle stuff, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But the war stuff, when they were just talking all about that.
Then it becomes a story about capitalism, and it's like, oh, look, I'm out. I mean,
we've done this.
Yeah. So, sorry, Darren Henry.
But I did laugh a lot. I found the bit where Lord Carlisle dies actually quite moving because William Russell and Peter Davison play it beautifully.
Yeah.
But the line, and he gets a River Song style romance line to the Doctor on his deathbed. He goes, "Call me Darcel, like you always do." Oh, what sort of future do William Russell get together?
And again, William Russell does not know who Peter Davison or Sarah Sutton are. He doesn't know they played he's never watched a Fifth Doctor story. He's just coming in just to do a bit of
he didn't know what
audio
was on Compare the Doctor.
No, when he's Ian on Big Finish doing all the companion chronicles and everything, that's where his best work is.
I just spent the first hour hoping it was going to turn out to be Ian, so I was a bit distracted.
See, now I'm not going to like accuse you of anything here, but I would say you're going in with unreasonable expectations there. Then,
soon as I heard his voice, I was like, "Okay, this is Ian. This is great."
Mikey, it's just the greatest effect, isn't it? You see all those names on the cover. Peter Davison, Colin Baker's the best. You're like, oh my God, we're doing a multi-Doctor story. And then bloody Uncle Winky and the evil vampire turn up, and you're like, well,
actually, I admire Gary Russell's restraint because, again, nowadays it would be Ian front and center on that cover with Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton, and it would be part of the marketing thing. This is just, it's got William Russell in it, and I think that was a good decision early on.
Can I ask
to do that?
Whoever did the cover, was it Lee Binding though? Yeah. Look, can you be careful, please? I'm going to hold this up because I thought here this was a load of glowing slugs. And Mark goes, no, it's a load of fireworks from the games. I kept waiting for slugs to turn up.
That's like a stadium, and that's the flares and the fireworks, isn't it? What else is it?
They look like a kind of alien's hands.
Are they? I think they're fireworks.
Don't promise alien slugs, Gary Russell. Deliver them.
There's a really good Michael Douglas film called The Game, which I recommend, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay. Ignore Darren Henry's The Game. Check out Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
The Game. Yeah. Can I ask what kind of game?
What the game turns out to be?
What genre of game?
No, it's a film.
Yeah, no, but in the film.
What's the game in the film?
What's
the game?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So unseen forces, well, not unseen for long, are controlling a fella's life and all the events in his life. And the game that he doesn't know he's in is he's got to do a certain thing within. I'm not going to tell you because I want to watch it.
Okay. Right.
But his life becomes the game.
A bit like the Truman Show, yeah?
Okay. Sort of, but
it's scarier.
It's probably better. It's scarier, yeah.
Okay. That sounds better than Darren.
It sounds like the sort of
Darren Henry's The Game.
Give me an existential crisis.
But Ian isn't in it, I'm afraid.
Oh, you see,
okay.
that's the big deciding factor, isn't it?
One last thing, can I just point out as well? I said nice things about the music in the first one. That weird Kev McCulloch music playing throughout this, that pop music. Every
It's
time they're
annoying.
doing the game, it's like
Really annoying.
Yeah, really irritating.
It's like the Rapture type thing.
Oh god, yeah. If you're doing like a Fifth Doctor and Nissa marathon, it's around here that stories get a bit tough, I think.
Fatigue starts to set in.
Yeah.
Not fan dabby doozy.
No, not at the moment. Well,
that was one of my favorites of your intros, Mark, was the one where the pod where you were looking at the Rapture, you know, the one
When we were in the nightclub.
Yeah, and you know, you do the nightclub at the beginning. I'm going out of my mouth. I mean, you say at the start. It's mate, it's hilarious.
oh, I forgot about that one.
That's a classic.
This, you know, we could do one for this. We'll have us with a load of knives coming at Mikey, and then you film yourself coming at us with a load of bayonets.
I'm not dressing up as what's his name, Lord Carlisle.
Oh, please.
Well, he was supposed to have been a former athlete, wasn't he? That was the idea.
William Russell.
I think the Lord Carlisle, when he was younger, I might have got picked up this wrong.
I mean,
when
have
he
you
was
seen his
young.
son, Mikey? My God.
He's what, his thumb?
No, his son. William Russell's son, the actor.
Oh no! What does he
He's
do?
absolutely beautiful. Well, he's been doing American TV shows lately.
Really?
Yeah. Russell Enoch, he's called. Yeah.
Well, they should get him in to do him and Elizabeth Sladen's daughter could be something.
We'll call it the Nepotist Express.
Yeah, the Nep Express.
Yeah.
Excuse me, well, I'll just get my ball roarer. Right.
Does that mean we're going into Dreamtime?
Yes, it's
Okay. Right. Well, here we go. Dreamtime.
Oh boy.
I'll get my notes. Was released in March 2005, starring Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Eldred, and Philip Olivier. That's my Australian accent. Okay, I won't do any more. Okay. This was written by Simon A. Forward and directed by Gary Russell.
Yes, Gary was very busy at this point, you know. He just let the script through. He gave the actors a microphone. He said, I'm going out for lunch between recordings. Off you go.
I don't want to cut to the chase, but why does Sylvester McCoy get all sort of the worst
Early
finished
on,
stories throughout? I feel like Peter Davison, Colin Baker are served much better for script.
He has a period, and when the trilogies
few.
come in, and it's him, Sophie Aldred, and Hex, and they get a couple of trilogies, and the Klein trilogy, where he gets a good run.
Spot on.
That's it.
The Kleiny stuff's good. That bit with protect and survive,
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So there's a couple of good little runs, but apart from that, McCoy is definitely gets the what scripts are left. You know, a lot. Terrence Stick's called the slush pile. That's what
I feel like he does.
But also as well, I always feel like McCoy's the least prepared of Davison, Colin Baker, and McCoy. I
know. I've heard you say that.
Don't you think it sounds like he's sight reading?
Sylvester McCoy has never. He's reading that for the first time. Definitely.
When he's there in the dreamscape, going, you know, Bayami, what is going on in the dream time? I was like, oh boy. What am I listening to?
Okay, where do we even start with this one?
Because I want to ask Mikey a question, but usually for me it's a serious one. Cultural appropriation. Yes, we're taking Aborigine culture and we're applying it to a science fiction setting, but it's not written by anyone who has any great knowledge of. And he says this, Simon A. Forward, that he did some reading on it, but he's no great expert. Is that right? Should that be happening?
So I've actually got no problem with that.
Okay.
If he turned up to the script meeting dressed as an Aboriginal, I'd be like, all right, come on, you know, that's too much. But what I don't subscribe to is that you can't write about something that isn't within your lived experience. Because I think if we're not careful, we accidentally wish away 2,000 years of literature. So I've not necessarily got a problem with that. What I have got a problem with is doing such a bad job of it. I felt like before I came to this big finish, I had a real feel for the plight of the Aboriginal and their lost land and etc. But after listening to it, I felt like I cared less.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem.
I'm
That
joking, obviously.
if
But
he's
I'm just, just
if
thought
he's
it was just
if
terrible.
he's like researched about it as much as he can and everything, yeah, I don't think there's a problem with him writing it. But yeah, it's the
No.
execution.
Simon
the
A.
execution.
Ford,
Absolutely the
we're not
execution.
saying you're making us care less about historical atrocities, but actually maybe we are saying that, yes.
Yeah.
It's trying to get across a lot of visual things as well. And this might have been better as a novel if it to go into you need to go into a bit more detail, I think.
His
of
two
things.
novels that he writes, Drift and Emotional Chemistry, are very dense, like this audio play. And I don't mean dense as in thick, dense as in they're packed full of substance and ideas.
I think it
But
was.
he's got the space to explore them.
I think he was so obsessed with themes that it just came across as vague.
Mm.
Do you know what I felt like? I felt like the three of us have gone out for a Chinese. Right, please go with me for a second. I know I'm in the wrong culture there. We've gone out for a Chinese and we've all been given like 10 fortune cookies at the end of the Chinese. And we read out the sayings on the fortune cookies for an hour. And that's episodes 2 and 3 of Dreamtime.
And then we turn it into a big finish.
Yeah.
So I tried to get through this before. And I'm going back to it. I knew, and I've never got through it all the way through. So when we sat down to listen to it, I was like, right, here we go. Episode 1, I'm going to concentrate. And I got to end of episode 1, and I was like, okay,
weren't we?
So far, not a lot has happened, but we sort of followed it. And then from episode 2 onwards, it was just so difficult to understand what was happening.
Yeah, do you know why that is? That's because I've got a sense of what you like from the different finished bits, right? And I think you're like me. You like stuff where you can visualize what's going on. Right? So the Doctor's wandering around. So it starts off okay. They're wandering around this place. It's deserted. They see these statues, these frozen statues of perhaps people. Are they real? Are they statues? I think you're probably okay at that point because
it's a Terry Nation Part 1.
Yeah,
absolutely. A dead planet, isn't it?
But then fast forward an hour, and you've got the Doctor talking to God knows who, God knows where.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
maybe that's where my problems start. Do you remember those talkback CDs, the Gary Russell? Yeah. So there's one, the writers, where they're having a conversation, and you guys, actually, of course you do. You've talked about this, but they're having a conversation about writing, and it's Nick Briggs and it's Gary Russell, and it's in the early days. And one of the things that Nick Briggs is talking about how everything should be like big and filmatic and all this sort of thing, and Gary Russell says no. Everything in our dramas should be something that we could do on the stage with 5 or 6 actors. So there's a real sense of place and setting and journey. And I think when Big Finish loses my interest, I hate to say, is when it doesn't keep to that rule. Is when it just becomes all... Because even... Okay, let's look at someone who does this well. Scherzo. Scherzo is dealing with themes and abstracts, but they're still walking in a place, aren't they? And they're finding things.
But it's so stripped back. It's so simple. You can
beautiful, and you could do it on the stage.
Yeah, Chimes of Midnight. It's a couple of rooms, isn't it?
Oh yeah, which is perfect. Big Finish. That the Master, you know that one as well is another example.
You believe that's a couple of rooms, isn't it? The dungeon.
That's when it works well, and that's what Gary Russell was saying. But I just think like this, he broke that rule because there's bits where, like I say, the Doctor is talking to. Is it the Dream Master? I haven't got.
They are.
Well, yeah, it's where you don't know if he gets turned into stone or whatever and goes off into this and talks to whoever. And it's like, is he floating somewhere?
Where is he?
Is he in the history? Is he in the...
What were you seeing?
Is he back on...
seeing the sort of the effects from Arc of Infinity when he's floating through the
Matrix, I could
know?
just see that pattern that's on the front. I was just imagining that, just him floating around in all of that.
I don't know, because you pointed it in the other direction, Mark. Point it to the camera.
You know, all this art on the front, all this like
got it. Yeah, maybe. But we don't, you got to work without the bloody colour, haven't you? I didn't have a clue where he was. I struggled with, has this been taken from Australia? So is there a big hole there?
That's the thing, because it's supposed to be like Ayers Rock, like floating in space on an island, isn't it?
Which is another great
It's a good visual.
Brilliant, yeah. But
then it's not that.
But then, because then the Doctor's talking to that guy, and Ayers Rock is there, and I think it does take off at some point. So that's when I thought he'd gone back in time. But then, there's nothing to actually pinpoint.
It turns out, right, that the colony, everyone is still alive, but they're dreaming in stones. And Bayami, this fella that the Doctor meets in the Dreamtime, he's the one that's keeping the bubble around the colony that's keeping everybody alive, right? I think
and
that's
the team of the team of people,
the Galliari.
They are trying to harness this power somehow to use it in something else.
It's very specific.
Well, because Simon A. Ford, he invents the Galliari in the Sandman. I'm not a fan of the Sandman or the Galliari.
Just in the Sandman, they had personalities. Here, those.
So they've been before. Then they were in the Sandman.
They're the ones from the Sandman, and they're in the Beneath story as well. Because it's Simon A. Ford invented them.
They're talking about trading. Remember, they're traders, and they're talking about trading in this. And do they have any bird life and things like that? All sort of stuff that they were going.
I didn't click there at all.
Yeah.
I just thought it was.
But it adds another element. So you've got Ace and Hex and that, and then you've got the guys that are in the city, and you've got the Galliari landing as well, and then you've got Sylvester McCoy floating off somewhere else.
Do you know what also I don't like? I don't like listening to soldiers talk to each other.
Yeah.
I've got a real problem with it.
Don't read the New Adventures then, Mikey.
Yeah, I've got a problem with that. I also don't like big finishes that don't quickly get to the Doctor. I do not want.
There was 2 minutes of sound effects, wasn't there? Me and Mark
don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's also as well though. I think the three of us, we're not culturally aware enough about Aboriginal culture, right? And that's
I've watched Four to Doomsday. Tegan's told me all about Aboriginal.
Congratulations. But so I think we need more hand holding than Simon A. Ford is giving us. We need it spelled out in simpler detail. He's sort of going for a lot of obscure poetic metaphors, which I think if you are inured in that stuff, you probably understand it. But I was just like,
but that's the thing with this Doctor. Like the Doctor seems to know a little bit what's going on. It's not even like he's there to explain to Ace and Hex, oh well, this is going on, and did you know that, and to be the audience and do that. He could have even just had a few scenes of that. As we went on, but they're separated for most of the story, aren't they?
What does mythological terraforming mean? That just seems like two words jammed together.
Well, it's like what's the Chris Bidmead one?
Frontiers?
Computation.
What's it called? What's the code?
Frontiers.
What is it?
Transfer computation.
Oh, transfer computation. It's just two words stuck together to sound clever.
I just didn't have a clue. Episodes, 1 I was okay with, but it was still kind of boring. 2 and 3, I literally had no idea
I didn't know what was going on.
And then episode 4, I was like, okay, he's holding the shield together. Is that it?
Yeah. I could tell quite quickly. Oh, I see. This is an allegory for someone's culture being stolen. Yeah, got it. But then after that, I don't.
There are more effective ways of doing that, though, right? And moving ways, and ways where there's characters that we're engaged following their journeys, and just better ways of doing it.
I was saying
Hex's first story.
I think it's his first proper story. There's not really an indication.
Oh, is it his first one as well?
He's just done the Harvey.
Story,
He's done his debut, and then this is his first one. So poor Philip Olivier's like, what is this script?
Yeah, but it's going, what the fuck is this?
I was saying, it's a shame this isn't the time when they did all those behind the scenes interviews, because I reckon whatever the script was, even like Sophie Aldred as Professor McCall, yes, it's a very interesting one this time. We had a great time doing it. I was like, I bet they have no idea what's going on.
That this script was written before Hex was involved, and they said, can you just add in these few scenes? Because he gets so little to do in this.
Well, he's not even like astounded that he's out in space or anything like that.
A little bit, but
it feels like he's been traveling with them for ages, and he's just like,
exactly. That's why I didn't even clock it was a new one. I think if you've got a new companion, you got to keep it simple, right? Let's go to the past and meet Oliver Twist. You've got to keep it simple just for them first few. It should be a long time until you're in a nether dimension of Aboriginal dream timing.
Well done.
Well,
I will say one positive thing about this story, and it's so rare for me to say this. Everybody, please hold your breaths. I thought Sophie Aldred was quite good in this. Like, she was the one person. And
she sounded acey.
He was the one person asking sensible questions. At one point, she goes, well, no, we need to try and understand the Dreamtime before we can stop it. And she was just asking. So they're already leaning into that, Ace being the mature character and Hex being the newbie. And it suits Sophie Aldred far better. I don't know why they've gone back to her being 17 again nowadays.
I've hardly listened to any of the new ones. I've heard enough from you guys in your instant finish. I'm like, no thanks.
No.
Mikey, seriously.
I bet you're absolutely killing sales, you two.
Well, and enhancing, I hope, in other directions. Unfortunately,
all these old ones are selling really well this week.
But they're only $3.99 for God's sake. No, this was so boring.
I think we all agreed on it, and I don't think it got generally the opinion. I think is that it's not just us that are having trouble understanding what's going on, but I'm sure they all had a lovely day recording, a lovely lunch,
a great lunch, lunch.
They all had a lovely time. There's pictures of them all in front of that brick wall. Photos at lunchtime.
I think that Philip Olivier brought his pecs along with him for the day as well. He's got his arm around Sophie Aldred, looking quite happy. So, having fun. We're not, but they are.
But there we are. That is Dreamtime.
Wow.
That's a tough one. That is one of the toughest ones that we've had to do so far.
Now, Mikey, we put out some feelers to the host, the Finnish Big Hose, for some comments now. Now, Mark's going to read them out, but God. Please, if you need to jump in at any point and tell these people that they're mad, well, that's the format around here, okay?
Cool.
But don't hold back.
Right, let's go to the hose. So first off, we've got Guy Lambert.
Hello, Guy.
And he says...
I know Guy Lambert.
Do you?
Well, there you go.
I used to work with him.
Well, he says...
Employee of Mikey Smith, Guy Lambert. Hello?
The Juggernauts is one of my favourites. One I've returned to many times. Davros is at his most sinister and devious, with Mel at her most vulnerable. It's a great ride with Malloy and Langford making a wonderful duo. I wish Mel had turned bad for a while and stayed with him.
Oh, well, that's that Unbound one, isn't it? Where she's got bad with the Valiard.
Not bad with the Valiard.
Everyone's always trying to send Mel off with a bad boy, though, aren't they?
Yeah, glitz.
And now we have Chris.
Oh, hey, Chris. It's Chris Hogben.
I know Chris. No, I don't know Chris.
I love the Juggernauts. Davros and Mel are brilliant in this. As a non-sports fan, apart from the 90s wrestling, the game was a strange mix of football, punditry, and Who storytelling. I love when BF does something different. Okay.
Football punditry?
Well, a little bit. There was a
Chris
bit.
Hogben.
Dreamtime, I never want to hear again, just not my thing.
Yeah, well done, Chris.
I think we're going to get a lot of that. Next up, we've got Mr. Alistair J. Grant. Who's that? The Brigadier and Joe had a baby.
Have you never heard from Alistair J. Grant before?
No, I don't think so.
He definitely sounds like a character in a book.
Welcome to Finish Big, Mr. Alistair J. Grant.
Juggernauts was great. However, this was in the era when there were loads of original stories and the fan wank was only now and now.
Now and then, I think he meant.
It's for now and now. These days, all stories are somehow connected to or sequels to TV episodes. Sign of the times, I suppose. Oh, Alistair J. Grant, you're not very happy, are you?
No.
We've heard from Spider-Man 72.
Do you know him? He puts up pictures on Twitter in his Spider-Man costume. And may I say, Spider-Man 72, your bulge in that costume is very impressive.
Well, he says, Juggernauts is top tier Big Finish. Bonnie is superb in this, and teaming up with Davros is pure perfection. Oh God, everyone loves Davros and Mel.
Yeah.
It showcases Mel in a way that was never really done on TV. A Whovian from Shetland.
Shetland? Where's that?
Hello, Shetland.
That's an island, isn't it?
Very up high.
Sheep on it.
Juggernauts is one of my all-time favourite Davros stories and did wonders for showing Mel's character as a computer technician way better than season 24 on TV ever did.
Oh, they didn't.
Everyone was on top form in that story, especially Colin Baker and Terry Malloy. Actually, we didn't really mention Colin Baker that much, did we?
No.
But it's just a standard, isn't he?
He was a proper sassy bitch with the Daleks in episode 1, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, brilliant. And also, Colin never does a shit before. It's just he's not capable of it.
Colin reads the script at home. He's got a highlighter. He's sitting on his farm.
He's coming in with, I've just got a few questions.
Yes,
that's
he's
Colin,
he's
isn't
going
it?
to change those scripts if he wants to, isn't he?
Can I go again, darling? I don't think I quite got that one right.
Whereas Sylvester McCoy just comes through the door. Ha ha! I did it!
I've just been given the script.
PlayStation Gamer 187
Oh, he's lovely. He's lovely.
says, "I've not heard any of these.
Oh, well, go away then, PlayStation.
Well, what's he going to tell us about then?
Here, have my Doctor Who membership card to cut up.
Cutting it up as we speak.
I've let the side down. I will be listening to you folks, though, as it helps me pick the greats from the not-so-greats.
Ah.
A valuable service." Well, there we go. Dreamtime is
Mikey,
list.
can you give him the recommendations then in this 3?
So, he's listed the Juggernauts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
then
it.
That's it.
can we give him another random thing to? Let's have a think. Let's have a think between us. What's a real good one for someone who hasn't listened to too much Big Finish?
Well, I mean, I'd say Spectral Lanyon more.
I think that is
Those early ones.
Mariah Conspiracy.
Oh, do you say Mariah?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just take the Mickey out of Dylan.
Dylan
okay.
says Mariah.
Well, this goes on a lot, doesn't it? It's like Mandragora. Mandragora and Joe famously says Eric Saward.
That's
right.
Isn't it?
I know. I've heard that you've been accusing me of changing the whole of fandom, saying that.
What, by saying Saward? Who told you that? I bet that was Dylan Reese.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So he's going to listen to the Juggernauts and Spectral Lanyon more.
Yeah, I think
anything
so.
else?
Yeah.
Mariah Conspiracy.
How about the Wrong Doctors that we mentioned before?
Oh, the Wrong Doctors, yes.
You can listen to that standalone. Oh, Antimatter's quite good fun. The Antimatter.
Oh, it's a Tom Baker one.
Yeah.
Fun one.
Grand Theft Cosmos is a really fun Lucy Miller one.
Yeah, that's
you
good.
can dip your toes in with.
Anyway, Big Orange Michael been in touch and says, "I'll admit when I heard the Juggernauts was including the Mechanoids, I was skeptical. Why? But I'll give what I recall of this story credit. It was actually a ton of fun."
Oh,
There
well
we
done,
go.
Orange Michael.
Memorable human being.
Well, we will
Who
be
is
the
that?
judge of whether you are memorable when we've heard this comment.
The Juggernauts is one of the better Davros stories and a fantastic way to utilise Mel in this story. The game is underrated, but not exactly a classic. Dreamtime is good, but arguably the second weakest Ace Hex era story, in my opinion.
Second week.
Well, what's the first?
The Dark
weakest,
Husband.
yeah.
The Dark Husband is terrible. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
I tell you what. No, I don't. I tell you what. I have tried to listen to Night
Terrors?
Night Terrors? Yeah.
Sorry, lads.
Really? I'd
just
say that
couldn't-
was a classic.
Dolly on
No,
the front.
that's the one in the dark. It's really creepy and
Sorry.
atmospheric. No, coming to my parlour, set the fire to the fly. That one. Why didn't you like that one? Was it
I
just?
just couldn't get into it. Do you want me to
Really?
try again, Mark?
Oh, but I think you should. I think
Okay.
that's got a good story. It's very dark.
What did
Very
Joe
dark.
think of? What did you think of that one? I can't remember.
I've not heard it for years, you know.
Yeah.
I remember it being quite atmospheric, but that's all.
That was the writer was going to write for the TV series. I think it's like pretty much like a lost story, like at least the basics of the idea. It's a lost story before a lost story for season 27.
It is a bit Cartmelish, isn't it?
I'll maybe
Bit
give
like
it another
that,
go
yeah.
then.
I'd give that a go. That's one to listen to in the dark, definitely.
Coming soon to finish big, Mikey Smith listens to Night Terrors.
And when I come back, I will perfect the Davros.
Yes.
Thank you.
We've got a comment from Michael Storr.
You got a dissertation. Go on.
Oh, God, it's quite long. The Juggernauts is a reasonable story with the idea of the Doctor working for the Daleks done a lot better than by Moffat. It gives Malloy something more interesting to do with Davros, but the inclusion of Mechanoids seems some fan wanky with no real point. What?
We love the Mechanoids.
No
and it
way.
isn't hard.
No way.
It's better than Stephen Moffat, let's be honest.
Absolutely not. The game, not exactly bad, but the story just didn't really appeal to me. The out-of-sequence meeting with William Russell's character is clearly an influence on the River Song arc, but lacks the personal stake for the Doctor. Yeah, what we said. And Dreamtime. Now, this is more like it. Great story ideas, brilliant atmosphere, and some striking imagery. Interesting to have the Galliari meet a more subdued version of the Doctor. Much like the Sandman, though, I feel this would have worked much better as a PDA. So, like a book. Yeah. Oh, no. That is the one person that's ever said they've liked Dreamtime.
No, there's someone else in a minute.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. John Porter. 2 I've not heard, and the Juggernauts helped me get through a very difficult period in life.
Oh, that's nice to
Oh,
hear.
there you go.
Nice, yeah.
That's great. Ben Greenland, love Juggernauts, but unfortunately Dreamtime's concept is great and holds so much potential and then becomes one of the most boring stories I've ever heard, which is insane.
Yes.
There you go. I think that's another, we like part one, but didn't get on. James Lark says the Juggernauts is seen as a bit of a poor relation to Davros. Probably fairly, but taken on its own merit, it's good, fun, and if nothing else, it's great to hear Bonnie Langford back, and with so much to do. It also continues the steps Davros took to make the most of Terry Malloy's considerable range, and retconning of the Mechanoids' origins felt exciting at the time before Big Finish started doing this sort of thing ad nauseum, and it was revealed that Davros also designed the Chumleys, the Quarks, and Drathro.
Yes, that would have been a great box set.
Actually, do you know what, with Terry Malloy is that like kind old scientist, they should have done that on TV, taken his mask off and had that and done that somehow.
That is pretty much what they do in, with the Master when it's Derek Jacobi.
Oh yeah. But if they'd done that in Revelation of the Daleks, and he could have and Perry could have been his friend, be like, "Oh, Doctor, this guy is so great." He's like,
That's another Joeism. Do you say Derek Jacobi?
Oh yes,
yeah.
I've listened to way too much.
I'm redefining how you say things. I'm like the Shakespeare of Doctor Who podcasting.
Oh, we've got a bit more from James Lark about the game. I couldn't remember a thing about the game, but on re-listen, it's a perfectly decent yarn. A taste of Armageddon meets Vengeance on Varos. Yeah, that's true. With perhaps something to say about tribalism in sports and certainly some commentary on war profiteering. It's a messy narrative and a bit of a headache, but it's like that arena sequence from the Paradise of Death spun out to 6 episodes. But there are some good twists and turns, though you can see the shock episode on Cliffhanger coming a mile off. On Cliffhanger? What does that mean?
I think he means first Cliffhanger, that it's a war, that the game is a war.
Yeah, when you first find out. But then it's called the game, innit? It's like...
Yeah.
Listen to this, what he says about Dreamtime.
I also couldn't remember a thing about Dreamtime and was going to re-listen, but Joe Ford told me not to bother. So instead I had a listen to the latest series of neurotic literature available from all podcast providers and found it highly entertaining. Strong recommend.
That's
James
short story podcast.
Sneaky.
And it's fabulous.
How many more am I doing today?
I'll go do the Toymaker's Cat.
Okay. Oh, we've heard from the Toymaker's Cat. We love the Toymaker's Cats. The Dark Times. Not in the sense that these are bad stories, more that this is when I had to take a financial break from Big Finish, the result of which means I had to catch up on these later, and so they aren't ingrained into my memory as much as the others. All I really remember is that... The game was billed as the first 6-parter, but the episodes felt like 10 minutes, and the total running time was 120 minutes. Minuet in Hell, by comparison, was a 4-parter, but the running time is 150 minutes. As for plot, I remember very little. Same for the other two, to be honest. Very forgetful.
All those statistics.
Okay, well, at least
we know the running time.
I was going to blow a gasket.
I mean, no, yeah, that's the thing. It's six part. It's just a 4-parter, basically. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, isn't it a shame when people have to use phrases like "I had to take a financial break from Big Finish"? Like, it just shows you how bloody expensive it is.
And how much they bring out as well. But let's just say thank you, the Toymaker's Pussy, that you didn't download. You waited until you could afford it and kept going.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Is this a good time to say again that Big Finish should do a subscription service? I feel like this is worth just saying again.
Well, yes,
we will do subscriber bonuses. Big Finish with Mikey Smith as Davros.
Hi, Davros too.
But don't you think people should be able to pay them, let's say, £23 a month?
Yeah,
and have access to a library, not the brand new, but a library, maybe one in every so many brand new. But be able to access a library. I cannot understand why it's not happened.
There must be some reason
that you just get everything.
Yeah, they have. No, they put something up. They've literally done a whole article on their Big Finish website recently about why that's not a good idea for some reason for them or something like that. There's reasons. It's a shame.
They won't get out.
It's strange because they are very unusual in their setup compared to other places. But yeah, they're very much like, oh, it's yours to download forever, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they sound like they're not going to do that anytime soon. But there's the first 50 on Spotify and quite a lot of the others.
Yeah.
That's why I listen to those ones so much, because they're all free on Spotify.
I wonder if it's something to do with like they don't recoup the costs for a long time after they make.
I think that means they've got to change their funding model. It doesn't mean it can't be done. I don't know. It just seems,
I think more people would subscribe, wouldn't they? Than
yeah, because more and more people are saying, "Oh, it's not as good as it used to be." Blah 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 blah, and it doesn't help that the only free ones are the old ones.
Yeah. Well, you can have tiers, right? You pay more for more of the library that you get. So for 100, you get this. For the 200, you get this.
Like you do with Netflix. With Netflix, it's like, okay, if you want it in standard with adverts, if you want it with, they could do a tiered system. And I genuinely think, let's say if they've got, I don't know, 10,000 regular customers at the moment, something like that. Surely they can bring new ears to their work if they were to do this subscription thing. And yeah, it might mean changing their financial arrangements with how the artists are paid and the rights management and everything. But yeah, of course it will.
And putting those 50 out as freebies, as like, this is what we can do. But that's not what you do anymore. That's what you did 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, Jason Hagalery,
you listening?
You need to dig out your finance cabinet and have a look through them.
And he needs to improve his Davros impression as well.
The finished big marketing team plus new member Mikey Smith are available should you need us to sort of restructure.
Absolutely, you need to do that. You need to go through that and say, Sophie Eldridge, you're not getting that new washing machine. You can't.
You are not playing 17-year-old anymore.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Maureen O'Brien. Your bus fare is your own expenses from now on.
I literally do. I'd say all we're using Sophie Eldridge for is we're going to do box sets called A Charitable Earth. She's going to be an older ace having adventures, a bit like the Sarah Jane adventures, and she can play an older woman, which she is.
Anyway, I'm just going to...
Oh, no, don't read all those out. Good grief.
Well, Triam Visual sent us 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 pages. I'm just going to read like one bit.
We just need a tweet, Triam, all right? We don't need
Triam Visual.
Oh, that's cute, though. So what have they done? Like, what do you call it? Is it like a thread? Have they done a
huge thread? So I'm just going to read a little bit about the Juggernauts because you did write quite a lot.
Yeah, and they must love the podcast to do that.
So Juggernauts may be one of my favourite big finishes. The opening sequence through Mel's alarm clock is the most perfectly cinematic blend of sounds and mixing Big Finish has ever pulled off. Excitement, pathos, and a bit of wry humour all rolled together. Her first line is, "Doctor, I don't understand what's going on." But don't roll your eyes. This story turns her whole character around. Mel is such a fantastic programmer, she comes to grips with advanced tech to where Davros tells the Daleks not to exterminate her, as she may be of use.
You know she's not a real person, right, Triam Visual? I just want to make sure you are
There's
aware.
a lot of highlighting of all of the script.
Say about Dreamtime.
I just want to see about Dreamtime. Dreamtime. I can't remember. Fuck all about it. Space Aboriginals or something, right? Blah, blah, blah. Uluru, blah, blah, blah.
Amazing.
There we go.
That's
how we finish it.
Fuck all, Uluru, blah, blah, blah. That sums it up perfectly.
Brilliant.
Can I ask you, did you ever read the superb critical website, Doc Oho Reviews?
Yeah, so I read that before I even came to Hamster. And I didn't come to Hamster because of that. It took me a while when I was into Hamster to realise that was you.
Isn't he a pretentious cunt?
So I had a bit of beef with you at the time because I used to leave the odd comment and we wouldn't reply.
I didn't reply to anyone. I used to get so many horrible comments. I just didn't reply to anyone.
So I was like, well, yeah, I really love this. Because what I used to do is I used to do with yours a bit like what I did with the discontinuity guide. I'd go straight to your verdict and then work back from there.
Okay.
But I used to love the Doco, and I'd leave little messages saying, I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
This is really blah, 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 blah. Go and have a look. I'm on there.
I wonder if you wrote one for the
you were just like, who is this nobody? Because you didn't reply to any of them.
No, normally I used to get trolls literally just saying, you're a cunt, like, your opinion is shy, how dare you love Chris Chibnall, why don't you love Stephen Moffat? That's where I developed my thick skin. It wasn't all the pastries.
Oh, well, I had no idea.
It was the comments on Doc Oho Reviews.
Doc Oho was that was my place where I went to for Big Finish. In fact, I installed you as a so you can install a website. You can turn a website into an app, right? And I remember turning your website into an app, so as I had it
No.
whenever I needed it.
Are you trying to say those 5 million hits I've had on Doco reviews,
They're all
4 million
me.
of them are you?
I think Doco should write some new reviews.
Yeah, he keeps telling me to write more, but
Yeah, you should.
I'm doing enough, all right? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. But that was basically my segue into saying, should we pop over there very quickly?
Let's see what Doco Ho had to say.
The Juggernauts, he says, I just want to see if my opinion's any different. Throws a lot of interesting ideas into the mix and lets the resulting drama bubble to the surface. It's a quiet piece for the most part, with a great role for Mel. Gary Russell directs his story with precision, creating a very believable futuristic environment. Episode 4 picks up the pace and features what we've been waiting for all along: the Daleks and the Mechanoids blowing the crap out of each other. 8 out of 10. That's fair, you think?
Yeah, I mean, everybody loves the Juggernauts, we've learned today. What a surprise.
Okay, well, let's see what he's got to say about the game. Okie dokie. 10.
Can I guess the number, or did you just say it?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I did.
Right, I'll guess the next one.
All right. Another strong story with great blood-pumping idea at the heart of the drama. He's a bit dramatic, this guy. With the sports commentary is another great way to tell a story on audio. I did like that. That was a good idea, to have the commentators explaining the action.
Yeah.
It was just that it was really boring what they were telling us. The episodes are short and punchy, exactly how a six-parter should be, and each installment twists the story in a new direction. A fun commentary on football hooliganism with lots of interesting moments. 8 out of 10. What the hell?
I think 8 is a bit high.
Yeah, I think I probably would have given that a 4 now. So
I think it's a 5 or a 4, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. No, it is not 6. 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
have a guess for Dreamtime then.
Okay, right. So I don't think you liked it, and I think it's a 4.
You are too kind. A 1 out of 10 for Dreamtime. Perhaps somebody could explain this story to me, because I've just finished listening to it and I don't have a clue. I honestly don't mind a touch of mysticism, but it needs to be tethered to an engaging narrative, of which Dreamtime has neither. Either this is an experiment gone horribly wrong, or I'm completely the wrong audience for this sort of mystical mumbo-jumbo. While I found this story never generated an ounce of tension or interest. One of Gary Russell's most ineffectually directed stories, with Neri, a memorable performance or set piece. Dreamtime is aptly named, since I felt as if I'd slipped into a coma throughout.
Nice line.
I mean, I'm really sorry. Simon A. Forward, if I saw you, I would go backwards.
Well, to finish us off, really, you need to tell us where these stories are set.
Oh, the chronology, yes. All of these stories are continuations of what we've had before. So, the Fifth Doctor and Nyssa, we last saw Creatures of Beauty. So it just goes straight after that. There's no other reason to put it anywhere else. Dreamtime, we've said it's Hex's second story, so comes straight after the Harvest. Simple. And we've only had the one Doctor with the Sixth Doctor and Mel already, so again, it just goes straight after that. So super easy this time. And there's not really any continuity references much. Obviously, the Juggernauts does need to come after Revelation, but it would anyway because of Mel. So there's nothing.
You know, when we start getting more Sixth Doctor and Mel stories, they don't have a running story. You could put them in any order you like.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see. Some of them, when they do the trilogies, they start to, and stuff like the Wrong Doctors is sort of on its own. You got to work out where that goes.
What's next for Hex?
It would be, I think it's Live 34.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like it.
So I can't remember what else they have then.
I think it's the Settling, isn't it?
Oh, the Settling.
And then
No Man's Land,
Nightfall.
Yeah.
Nocturne, and we're in that dodgy period there where Nick Briggs comes in. Renaissance.
I think they get better with the Hex ones when they go to the trilogies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give Charlie to the Sixth Doctor. Everything improves when they go to the trilogies.
Yes, yeah. We've got some tough ones to come up as we carry on towards number 100, haven't we?
All right, yeah. Well, at least we're doing it together.
Wasn't there a special? When was that? Where they do the special? Did they do a special story for the 100 where it's like 3 short stories?
It's called 100.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I remember listening to that.
It's 4 short stories with the Sixth Doctor and Evelyn.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Rayner writes one where they go back and Evelyn's trying to change the past of Roman times.
And they go back and they're talking about, they're in Roman times, and then Evelyn's really excited because they're in history.
God say it.
And she's like, oh, yes, we might even meet Julius Caesar. And then this guy's like, yeah, you said my name. And she's like,
oh, really? Are you called?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, they're good.
Actually, there's a Rob Shearman one in there as well. Hang out.
Oh, ace. I've just bought Running Through Corridors because you had Toby on one of your other podcasts the other day, and I thought, why have I never listened to Running Through Corridors?
It's a great read. Yeah.
Well, there we are. That's another 3 of the main range.
Mikey,
ticked off.
I am pleased though that you got to do a sort of spread. We had one that was great, one that was all right, and one that was kind of terrible.
Yeah, it was like the Goldilocks and the 3 porridges.
One was hot, one was medium, one was freezing
and one was
cold.
Dreamtime. Yeah.
Would you say our beds got lumpier as we went along then?
Possibly. But thank you for having me on. It's going to be weird because, as I say, I do listen to the pod a lot, and I'll inevitably, maybe in a couple of years, this actual pod will be on my sleep time playlist.
Well, yes, yeah.
I'll be going to sleep to myself.
You'll be in the Dreamtime, definitely.
I'll be in the Dreamtime. Perfect.
In the Dreamtime.
Can we entice you back in the future though to do another one?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. We'll find some real juicy ones for you to
Something
talk
juicy,
about.
Yeah.
Well, there we are.
Well, where are we going next?
Oh, I just got time to say what we're doing next. We are doing, it's a one-off, a different thing that we've not done before. We don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Adventures of Luther Arkwright.
What the hell is that?
You're going off in right round. So this is presumably one of, Big Finish does the Sherlock Holmes, the this, the that.
It's a one-off. It's based on a graphic novel. That's all I know.
Right.
And they made it around this time. It's got David Tennant, Paul Darrow.
Paul Darrow?
Oh, okay. Things are looking up.
So it came out around this time. So we'll see. I don't know anything about it at all.
I'm excited.
No link to Doctor Who at all.
No,
really?
It's not. Nothing. Yeah. No, it's Jason A. Gallery is looking. What other IPs can we get in around this time?
I've not.
Let's try this one.
This blind going into a release since the great sex comedy of Fly Me to the Moon.
Also, you guys were really surprised with how good Judge Dredd were, weren't you? They're really
that's
good episodes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be along those kind of lines. I think.
Yeah, it was a pleasure listening to how much you guys enjoyed Judge Dredd. It's a brand new world. Not even having like the 2000 AD as a reference or anything.
No,
it just showed how they stood on their own 2 feet. I need to listen to them.
We found, a lot of the time, I know obviously we love the main range, we love the main Doctors, but some of the spin-offs, it's where the more interesting stuff is. It's where they can sort of get away with more interesting styles of storytelling.
Omega Factor's ace.
I've not heard that.
Oh no, I've not tried that. I'm looking forward to it.
We really like Sienna. And not just for the tits, we really liked her.
Well, there's no tits in Omega Factor.
Unless
you're counting Louis. But Omega Factor, you've got to put that on your list at some point. You'll bloody love it.
Oh, we'll get there, don't you worry.
Yeah.
Well, before we're all cancelled.
Right. Well, yes, let's all end on a finish big.
Okay. So.
And don't forget, everybody, in the meantime, you can
finish big.